Welcome to HouseLux Estate, the go-to channel for all your real estate insights and tips. We're here to guide you through the labyrinth of property buying, selling, and everything in between. Whether you're a seasoned investor or a first-time buyer, we make the complex world of real estate simple and accessible. Our mission? To empower you with the knowledge you need to make informed decisions. We delve deep into the real estate market, exploring the latest trends, uncovering hidden gems, and demystifying jargon. We bring you expert tips and advice straight from industry professionals. So if you're looking to navigate the property market with confidence, you've come to the right place. From residential to commercial, urban to rural, we've got you covered. Today we bring you the top 10 things you need to know before buying a piece of land. So let's get started on this exciting journey of discovery, shall we? The first thing you need to know is about zoning regulations. Now, zoning regulations, you might ask? Yes, they are a vital aspect to consider before buying a piece of land. They are essentially the local government's rules about what can be built where. These regulations can significantly influence what you can and cannot do with your property. Understanding zoning regulations is crucial because these codes dictate whether a parcel of land can be used for residential, commercial, agricultural, or industrial purposes. For example, if you're dreaming of building your dream home, but the land is zoned for industrial use, that dream could quickly turn into a nightmare. Each city or county has its own set of zoning laws, and these can change over time, so it's essential to do your homework. Consult with the local planning department or a real estate attorney to understand the nuances and potential rezoning possibilities. Before buying, always check the zoning regulations of the area. The second thing to consider is the land's topography. Topography refers to the physical features of a piece of land, such as its slopes, contours, and elevations. It's the lay of the land, if you will. Why is topography important? Well, it affects everything from the type of construction that's feasible to the cost of building. For instance, a steep slope may offer stunning views, but it can also increase construction costs and make access challenging. Topography also influences water drainage. Land with poor drainage can lead to problems like flooding or water pooling. On the other hand, well-drained land can be a boon for landscaping and gardening. Some other natural features to watch out for include rock formations, soil quality, and vegetation. These can affect everything from the foundation of your future home to its surrounding landscape. So before you invest in that piece of land, make sure you understand its topography. A detailed topographic survey can save you from future headaches. The third thing you need to look out for is the availability of utilities. Now, a piece of land might be a dream come true when it comes to location, size, and price, but without access to essential utilities, it can turn into a bit of a nightmare. Consider water, for instance. You'd be hard-pressed to find a household task that doesn't require it. From laundry to cooking to cleaning, water is a necessity. Then there's electricity. It powers our lives, quite literally. Without it, say goodbye to lights, refrigeration, and all those devices that keep us connected to the world. Speaking of connection, in today's digital age, internet access is nearly as vital as the electricity that powers it. Before you make a purchase, ensure you've checked for access to these utilities. Can your land be connected to the local water supply, electricity grid, and internet service? It's a crucial step not to overlook. Remember, not all lands come with ready access to utilities. The fourth point to consider is the environmental factors. Now, nature is beautiful, but it can also be unpredictable. And when it comes to purchasing land, you need to be aware of potential environmental risks. Let's start with flood zones. If the land is in a flood zone, it means that it has a high risk of flooding. This could lead to costly damages, insurance hikes, and even puts your safety at risk. In the same vein, some areas are more prone to wildfires. If your land is in a fire-prone area, you will need to invest in fire prevention measures, which could significantly add to your costs. And it's not just about natural disasters. Consider things like soil quality, noise pollution, and even the local wildlife. These can all influence your quality of life and the value of your property. So, before you make that purchase, always perform an environmental risk assessment. It could save you a lot of headaches in the future. The fifth thing to consider is the future development plans in the area. Now, it's easy to be swept away by the beauty of a piece of land in its present state, but it's crucial to think ahead. How will the neighborhood look in 5, 10, or even 20 years? Are there plans for new infrastructure like highways, shopping centers, or airports that might increase noise levels? On the other hand, these developments could also enhance the value of your property. Maybe there's a new school or hospital in the pipeline, which could make your land more appealing to families or healthcare professionals. It's also wise to consider potential changes in zoning regulations. A quiet residential area could transform into a bustling commercial hub, or vice versa. To get this information, reach out to the local planning department or do some online research. Knowledge is power, and in this case, it could mean the difference between a good investment and a great one. Keep an eye on the future, not just the present. The sixth point to consider is road access. When you think about buying land, it's easy to overlook the importance of access. But imagine your dream house nestled in a serene landscape, only to find out that reaching it would require an off-road vehicle or a pair of hiking boots. Not the most practical, right? Road access is crucial for all properties, whether it's a homestead in the countryside or a commercial plot in the city. It affects your daily commute, the delivery of goods and services, and in emergencies, it's your lifeline. Moreover, access to main roads or highways can significantly increase your property's value. It might be the difference between a quick sale or a listing that lingers on the market. It can also affect the type of building permits you receive. So, before you sign on the dotted line, make sure you understand how accessible the property is. Good road access can enhance the value of your property. The seventh thing you should do before buying land is getting a land survey. Now, you may be wondering, why is a land survey so important? Well, it's all about knowing your boundaries, quite literally. You see, a land survey is a detailed map of your property, marking out its exact limits. Moreover, it also identifies the location of any buildings, fences, or other structures on the land. The survey can reveal if your potential dream home is encroaching on someone else's property or vice versa. Imagine buying a plot, building your dream home, only to realize later that a part of it is on your neighbor's land. That's a nightmare you would want to avoid. Furthermore, a land survey can also highlight any easements or rights of way that could impact your use of the property. In essence, a land survey is a vital tool in your property buying journey. It gives you peace of mind and can prevent potential disputes. The eighth point to consider is the property tax. The cost of owning land doesn't stop at the purchase price. You need to factor in the annual property tax, which can significantly impact your overall expenses. This tax is typically levied by local governments and varies based on the value and location of the property. The property tax rate can fluctuate over time due to changes in the community's needs. For instance, a rise in school district expenses may result in an increased property tax rate. Moreover, if you plan to make improvements to the land, such as erecting a building, this will likely increase the property's value, and consequently, the property tax. It's crucial to research the property tax rate in the area you're considering and understand how it's assessed. Remember, a low purchase price doesn't necessarily mean low total costs. Always calculate property taxes in your budget. The ninth point to consider is the real estate market conditions. Just like the tides of the ocean, the real estate market is ever-changing and can have a significant impact on the value of the land you're looking to buy. Understanding the current market conditions before purchasing land is paramount. It's like reading the weather forecast before setting sail. You wouldn't want to venture out in a storm, would you? Similarly, you wouldn't want to buy land when prices are at their peak, only to see them plummet shortly after. In a buyer's market where supply exceeds demand, you might find some fantastic deals. On the contrary, in a seller's market where demand exceeds supply, prices tend to be higher. Keep a close eye on trends in the real estate market. Look for signs of growth in the area where you're considering buying land. This could mean new businesses, infrastructure, or schools. Always buy land when the market conditions are favorable. The 10th and final point to consider is any potential legal issues. Now, this is a big one. When you're about to make an investment in land, you don't want any surprises. And believe me, legal issues can be a nasty surprise. One thing you absolutely must do is to check for any disputes or liens associated with the land. A lien is a legal claim or a hold on a property made by a lender or a legal judgment. If there's a lien on the land you're interested in, it means the current owner owes money, and this debt may become yours if you proceed with the purchase. Likewise, land disputes can be a real headache. These issues can involve boundary disputes, easements, or even disagreements about land use. So before you sign on the dotted line, make sure you're not stepping into a legal quagmire. Always check for legal issues to avoid future complications. That wraps up our top 10 things to consider before buying land. We've journeyed through the intricacies of zoning regulations, the importance of understanding land topography, and the necessity of ensuring utility availability. We've also explored the impact of environmental factors, the relevance of future development plans, and the significance of road access. We delved into the necessity of a comprehensive land survey, the implications of property tax, and the influence of real estate market conditions. And let's not forget the potential legal issues that could arise. Each of these points is crucial in making an informed decision when buying a piece of land. Knowledge is power, and with this information, you're well equipped to make a wise investment. Remember, the world of real estate is vast and ever-changing. Stay informed, stay ahead. Don't forget to subscribe to HouseLux Estate for more real estate tips and insights. Happy land hunting!